Hey guys, you may have been wondering why I showed you that picture at the beginning of the video. Well, that is because I used the Profusion Festival palette this morning and did that look that I just showed you. And then I took it off and I did this gold look. And the results and the way it performed were completely different because this is the strangest thing, you guys. I've been doing makeup for many, many years, and this is, I think, the first time this has ever happened, where the look that I did this morning, I was pointing in the picture to these three shadows because those are the ones that I used to do the look. And this one is a matte, and these two are glitter. And the matte performed typical, but the glitters did not apply well. They looked chunky and dry, and I applied them, the same way that I would always apply any eyeshadow. And so then what I did to try to fix that was I took some MAC Fix Plus and I sprayed my face, and then it looked good. But I went back and looked in the mirror about 10 minutes later, and right in the crease area it looked like melted. So then I had to take some more of the matte crease color and add some more in just to fill in like that space where it looked melted. And then it looked okay, but I don't want to have to work that hard to do a look. And I thought, well, what could the problem be? Could it be the eyeshadow primer? When I did like experimental swatches of this palette on my arms, I did them with no primer at all, and they swatched beautifully. And I thought, okay, well, maybe it had something to do with the eyeshadow primer. So I took some of the eyeshadow primer and I put it on my arm, and then I put those same shadows over the eyeshadow primer, and they looked beautiful. They didn't look dry or cakey or like they needed anything. So I thought, well, what else could it be then? Why did that happen? And I realized it was the brushes. And they were brushes that, I always use to do eyeshadow looks with. So I thought, well, this is kind of crazy, but I have to know. So I took that eyeshadow look off and I did this gold look, and I used this shade in the crease, which is a bright matte yellow. And then I put this gold glitter, which is the same formula as this aqua one right here. I put that on my lids, and then I went in with this brighter gold glitter, and I put that like on the outside of my eyelids. And the difference was, this time I applied the glitter shades with my fingers. And they went on fine, and they don't look dry and chunky, and they don't need to be fixed or anything. So you can't use brushes with these glitter eyeshadows? Isn't that strange? I don't think I've ever had that happen before. So if you're somebody that likes to use your fingers to apply your eye makeup, then you're not going to have any problems. But yeah, that's a little awkward, huh? So I thought about it, and I think what it probably is what else applies nicely with your fingers? Cream or liquid eyeshadows. So I'm thinking that there is a lot of something in the formula here that makes it apply better with your fingers, because maybe of a certain chemical or ingredient, I shouldn't say chemical, a certain ingredient in those glitter eyeshadows. But the mattes are fine, and thank goodness, because how the heck would you apply an eyeshadow to your crease without a brush, right? Sponge tip applicators would probably also work. So if you're somebody that doesn't like to touch your makeup with your fingers, you could probably use a sponge tip applicator. Hopefully you didn't throw them all away and that you still have a few from little small drugstore palettes that you bought over the years. I always have a few of those, you know, keep a few of them just in case. So that is my experience with this palette. Now I'm going to move on here and tell you about some other products. I found Makeup Obsession. Remember I was talking to you about Makeup Obsession, that they sell that brand at Target. It's part of Revolution Beauty. It's like a sub-brand of Revolution Beauty, the same people that make Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution at Ulta. So I found a fully stocked display at a Target, and it was the one that I went to that other time that they hadn't set up yet. I just went back there. It not only was it set up, but, you know, fully done. So I picked up a bunch of products. So I got the Moon Glow Illuminating Fixing Spray, and this is, it's purple and it has silver running through it. And this has got shaker balls in it, which is a good idea because it really mixes up the product well. Now when I spray this, it gives you a slight glow. It has a slight floral scent to it, which I don't like flowers. But this isn't, I don't think it's worth it. You know, it doesn't really, when it dries down, the shine pretty much goes away. So, I mean, I'll use it occasionally because I did buy it. But yeah, I wouldn't. They have another one that's gold. I think it's called Lightning. So yeah, I would pass on that. Now, speaking of Lightning and Moon and Glow, they have these highlighters, and I got the Mega Lightning, and it's gold with veining running through it. So they also had like a moon purple one. I wanted to try some different shades and not get the same for each thing. But can you see that highlight right there? That's this. That's the Mega Lightning. That's pretty intense, you guys. I know usually you can't even see my highlight, but so it's just a beautiful, like, light gold. Really nice. So check out the highlighters. And they don't just have like a lilac and a gold. They also have highlighters for deeper skin tones. So they have like bronzes and rose gold and all different shades. They've got, I think, about 5. So something for everybody. And let's see. Brows. They have a brow pomade, and I am wearing it. This is the shade Taupe. This is a very natural looking brow pomade, and it doesn't have that crusty, nasty feel to it that a lot of brow pomades have. But if I want my brows to look normal or natural, not normal, natural, it does the job without looking like a statement brow, which is what I've been doing with those Believe Beauty products. I have to admit, I really like those statement brows and the way they look with dramatic type eyeshadow looks. But this is nice too, and I would recommend this. So this is the Taupe. And as you can see, when you dig past the surface, you get more of the taupey shade rather than that brownish color that's on the top there. And that happens sometimes with brow pomades. It changes color when you dig down. So yes, I would recommend this. It's a little on the dry side, but it blended nicely anyway. And I was a little scared when I started using it. I was like, oh, this is really dry. It's not creamy at all. But it looks very natural, and I would recommend that. Okay, let's talk about this. They have a concealer in the Makeup Obsession line. It's called Mega Conceal Long Wear Concealer with Caffeine. I bought shade 2. Number 1 is a white. So this is the first one in the line that is not a white. And this is like a light pinky beige. I'm wearing it now. I probably could have done a little bit better of a job blending it, but this is pretty amazing, you guys. I mean, you know how bad like circles normally look, right? Yeah, I didn't blend that as well as I should have. This side is blended better. But yeah, this is incredible, you guys. I've only used it the one time, but wow. I can't wait to use this again tomorrow and do a better job blending. So yes, definitely check that out. That's incredible. And I put a little bit of this on top just to kind of try it out. And again, I didn't blend this as well as I should have, but they have a baking powder. So I got the transparent one. And so this is like a very finely milled, very, very light, dusty powder. And I like it. I also got a couple of the lip glosses. And I got the shades Dreams and Hooked. These are not lip glosses, you guys. These are definitely liquid lipsticks. I don't know why they're marketing them as lip glosses. There is nothing wet about these. I put one on in the car as soon as I got in the parking lot, and I had nothing on my lips. I made sure that, I removed what I had on before that for a lipstick, wiped it off completely. And these are very dry, not so easy to apply. When they set, they're even drier on your lips. And they emphasize all the lines on your lips. So, kind of regretting getting these. So, I do not recommend these lip glosses. But then again, this is like a first impression. So, maybe I'll try them again and then hydrate the heck out of my lips with like a lip treatment product and then see how they do. But those are really like a liquid lipstick, not like a lip gloss. Okay, now I have some first impressions of some just Makeup Revolution products that I bought. And remember my contour dilemma. Do you see any kind of contour there at all today? Not really, right? What I ended up doing was the Makeup Revolution Fast Base foundation sticks are marked down like 50%, either 40% off or 50% off at Ulta now. I don't know if that's permanent or just this week, or I don't know if they're being discontinued. I don't know what's going on. But instead of being like $9 and change, this was like $4 or $5 or somewhere in between. So I've had this before, actually. This is F5. And I've contoured with this before. And I must have been lighter at that time because I contoured with this today and you really can't tell. I mean, I did it the same way I do with my other foundation stick and it's just not showing up. Now, I don't know. I'm not really sure yet where I'm going to go from there, but I have a feeling that it would show up if I was a little bit lighter. But I've been outside quite a bit here and there, and I think I've got a little too much color for this shade. But it should have worked because I've had this before. So I don't know what the deal is with that. And then I bought this next thing I'm going to show you before, a different day than before I bought this. I got the Makeup Revolution, or just Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Ghost. And this is like quite similar to this, except it's white instead of transparent. And I used this, what day did I use this? Well, that doesn't really matter. I used a little bit of this and on top of my concealer, not this concealer, but a different one. And I like this too. So either one of these, great for concealer, powder. Haven't tried them all over. They're baking powders, so you're not really supposed to set your whole face with them, but I think I did. I think I did use this one over my whole face and took a picture and didn't get any flashback. Yeah, that's right too. I'm pretty sure I did do that. So you could use those because I'm pretty sure it's the same formula. It's just one is Makeup Revolution, one is Makeup Obsession. And then I also bought this I gotta stop saying that. They don't call themselves Makeup Revolution anymore. Revolution. Although, wait a minute, it says Revolution, Makeup Revolution London. Okay, so I guess that's okay to say that. I bought this Makeup Revolution matte liquid lipstick in the shade Chauffeur. I've had the bullet lipstick of this before, but they don't sell that in store anymore. It's only online at Ulta. So I knew I loved this shade of nude. This is like my perfect nude. If you're somebody that struggles to find a nude that looks good on you, this is a good one. The formula on this is not the greatest. It's not horrible, but it's not one of my favorites either, but it's worth it for this color. This color, see, that's what it looks like in the tube, but that's what it looks like on my lips. And the formula is not bad because I put this on with no lip liner or anything, and I was able to do it easily. And this color, it just looks good with everything. You can do cool, you can do warm on your eyes. I mean, I had those aquas on before. That's about as cool as it gets. And then I've got gold now. That's a warm color. And this lipstick looked good before, and it also looks good with the gold eyes. So I did have to change my shirt though because I had that mint green top on, and oh my god, that looks so bad with the gold eyeshadow. But anyways, yes, I highly, highly recommend this. And I've heard from a reliable source that they are going to be, or they have released a lip liner in the shade Chauffeur, but it's only on the Revolution website. It's not in any stores here in the United States yet. I think they do. This Revolution is a UK-based company, so a lot of times they release things in stores in the UK that don't necessarily come to Ulta, and you'll see a lot of crossovers and back and forths and new products being released in one country and not in another, and vice versa. And so, you know, the base of people that are purchasing are different, so it's one of those deals. But those are like first impressions of things. I haven't used this yet. This I got at Target. This is Makeup Obsession. Picture Perfect Pore Blurring Primer. I'm dying to see what this does because I have a lot of texture and pitting and stuff from when I had severe acne when I was a teenager. and that doesn't go away, unfortunately. And I'm always torn when I pick out primers. Should I get a hydrating primer because my skin is borderline dry, or should I get a pore blurring primer to like resurface my skin a little bit so that the foundation will be a little more even and, you know, give the illusion of a smoother surface. So very curious about this. So I got that at Target too, and I think that was all I bought. That's enough, huh? I've been buying a lot of stuff lately. I need to calm down. But I will be showing you in upcoming videos. I still need to do a video with those Revolution donut palettes. And I still want to do a video on the NYX Ultimate Edit Petite Brights palette. And I still need to use this Revolution Reloaded Basic Mattes palette. And then I did show you a look that used this in conjunction with something else. But you could, even though this is small, you could still do a lot of different kinds of looks with this palette. So I may dedicate a whole video to this as well. Plus I still can do loads of stuff with this palette that I already used in a video to show you. I mean, you could go in so many different directions with that. I really like the quality of these reloaded palettes for $7. I think that's a super deal. And this was very good quality too. The Revolution, this little mini rose gold chocolate palette. And they have a ton of these little palettes in the line for Revolution. Revolution is only at select Ultas though. So that is it, you guys. Whew. That was my like mini reviews, first impressions of the Makeup Obsession and Makeup Revolution products that I bought recently. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.